Hello everyone, my name is Guaz from the Osiris sector, and today we will be doing a new series called Interstellar Impressions. Okay, you may be asking yourself, what is Interstellar Impressions? I'm glad you asked. Basically what it is where I or someone else on the Osiris team goes into a game, plays it for a couple minutes, maybe an hour or two, keeping it kind of minimal, and then just giving a knee-jerk reaction to the new game we have just played. And that new game we have just played, mentioning that, is Paladins. So sit back, relax, enjoy the video. Okay, so, as I said, we're covering Paladins this week. It's a free-to-play game. You can find it on Steam. You pay nothing, as the name free-to-play implies. It's a game done by Hi-Rez Studios. If anyone knows this team, they know that they've done Tribes Ascend and Smite, two of the best games out there. Well, maybe not the best, but some of the better games you can get out there. And not to mention, a lot of those are free-to-play or what have you. Now, that being said, it's also an early access game, so if you are playing it and you are having some kind of negative experience with it, whether it's lag or frame droppings and it's nothing to do with your hardware or whatever, you know, give it a little bit of a leeway. It is still early access, and not to mention it's free to play like I discussed before. Okay, and moving on. Another thing to consider is this game has a very positive overall Steam review. So that's pretty cool. So a lot of people who are playing the game, including myself, are having fun. And the cool thing about that is it's in early access form. It's an early access game on Steam right now. So it's not even finalized. It's just them coming up with the ideas, coalescing it all together to throw it on there so people can play, and people are already having fun. But that's also a caveat. It's fun now, but a lot of things can change from early access to its final form. So just bear that in mind. Now, here's a couple of the cons I've had, at least for the PC version. I'm pretty sure it's probably pretty similar on the PS4 and Xbox One. One of the cons I had is, as the title suggests, it really harkens back to Overwatch really bad. And right there we put a giant ass asterisk, and for good reason. Fat bottom asterisk. You make the rockin' world go round. Incoming. There's been some infighting between the two groups, you know, Overwatch over here and Paladin over here, of who came up with the idea, the aesthetics, the gameplay mechanics first. Was it Blizzard behind Overwatch, or was it Hi-Rez Studio behind Paladin? I don't know, but all I do know is Blizzard came to the market first. So, granted, yes, it's true Hi-Rez Studio could have came up with their idea leagues ahead of Blizzard, but Blizzard beat them, quite frankly, to the punch, if you want to put it that way. And for Hi-Rez Studio to still come out with their game and make the aesthetics look so close at times to what Overwatch is offering, along with mechanics and etc., I still consider it a con. So let me elaborate some on that. Case in point, one of them is Fernando. Literally, he's a Reinhardt clone to a good extent. He has the whole riot shield, you know, where people on your team could shoot through Fernando's shield if he's on your team, and people on the other team cannot shoot through the shield. Very much Reinhardt-esque. You know, the difference is, you know, his country of origin and a couple of other abilities. But there was just, for me, there's just too many similarities with characters like Fernando. And another one, Victor. Victor, he is Soldier 76. I mean, people can say whatever they want to, but I mean, yes, the looks are slightly different, but he plays like a Soldier 76. He plays like a generic shooter guy. Say something, I'm giving up on you. Another con in my book was the graphics. They weren't horrible. They're not bad. They're definitely not bad. They're okay to watch. They're okay to look at. But even though the graphics are on the lower end, which is not necessarily a bad thing, it's just the way they went about it. There was nothing popping out to me, just making me say, wow, that is cool to look at, or this is a really cool sculpture, this is a really cool temple, Really nothing along those lines. Games like Left 4 Dead 2, for example, had lower-end graphics as well. Sorta, kinda. But they did the most with their graphics. They made the characters look interesting. They made the environment look interesting. The resolution, I don't know how they did it, but not so much the resolution, but the anti-aliasing was on point with that game. Overwatch is, of course, another good example. I mean, we've been comparing this game to Overwatch since the beginning of this video, basically, so Overwatch does a lot with very little as well. And I felt like the game didn't quite do that here. Okay, so I know I've said a lot of cons and mediocre stuff about the game, but let's not forget, there is a lot to this game that is awesome. For one, it's just plain fun. The game, I really enjoy it. Going around, just shooting people, having a blast, seeing the different dynamics of different players with their different abilities helping yours. It's just really, really cool, and I feel like Hi-Rez Studios captured that feeling. Also, horses. I know that sounds bizarre and strange, but no joke. Oh my goodness, I think Overwatch could have learned something from Hi-Rez Studios on this. Okay, so as you saw previously with earlier footage, you spawned with a horse, right? Whether you just died or the game's just beginning from the very start, whatever, you spawn with a horse and everyone's the same speed, which is fast, going to the objective, and it just really speeds up the game, and I really enjoy it for that. However, there's a bit of a con side. I noticed the tension is pulled back some because, for instance, in Overwatch, if Reinhardt dies and you're trying to protect the payload, that could be devastating. Whereas on here, if your guy, who is Bo Reinhardt, dies, he usually spawns in pretty quick and he'll get back over to the objective very quick. So the tension quite isn't there. But overall, I feel like it's a very positive mechanic that they added to the game. Or animal, for a lack of a better term. But yeah, and to end it all off, I know I already said this 2 or 3 times, but who cares? It's free. It's free. It's basically giving you Overwatch. Not as good, of course, but basically a form of Overwatch to you for free. I mean, I have to high five Hi-Rez Studios for that. Thank you so much. Well, I guess that's pretty much it. I think I covered everything there. If you liked the video, please like, subscribe if you can. If you know someone who hasn't subscribed, get them to subscribe. Forcefully, preferably. Just kidding, don't do that. I don't want to go to jail. But yeah, subscribe, like, comment, and this was Guas from the Osiris sector. And bitches go explore the universe. Always remember that. Alright, take care, guys and gals. Bye bye.